Beautiful. Hi, Amanda from France, Tanya from Washington, Sarah from Sweden, Hema, India, and Jana. And, I'm going to apologize in advance if I'm not pronouncing your names correctly. We have California from planet Earth. I love it. London, hi Raz. My brother lives in Brighton, and I went to visit him this January. It was really special. India, Seattle, UK, Estonia. Thank you so much. I have a student from Estonia, and it was just amazing because I didn't even know there was a country called Estonia. This model here did not come equipped with GPS for this lifetime. So I was, it was a surprise to me. Thank you so much. From Egypt. Hi, Kristen. Oh, you're right here, right? In Lansing. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here, all of you. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Patricia Yu. I am originally from Brazil, but I lived in China for 11 years, and I've been living 11 years now in the US. And I'm a mom of 3 boys. All of them are in college. We have twins. They are juniors in college, and our baby is a freshman in college. And I have been a holistic therapist for more than 9 years and a family constellation practitioner for almost 4, and a water constellation facilitator and teacher for 6 months. And I'm going to tell you how that came about. It was totally guided by spirit. Before I go into that, is there anybody here who is new to family constellations? Let me know in the comments, please. Just say me in the comments, and then I'll briefly explain what it is. No? Everybody knows a little bit about it? Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So I was working with family constellations, like all of you know about the technique and following Bert Hellinger's work. And one day I'm leaving the house to go see a client. And instead of picking up the wooden representatives that I have, I just picked up these ones that float. And I'll show you more of these beautiful figures later on. I just was getting my bag ready. I picked them up and I go to the car. I put everything in the car. And I go back into the house to grab, I think, some water or something. And then I heard a whisper. A spirit told me, take the bowl. And I kind of, when you're going and kind of rushing and you hear something, you're like, what do you mean take the bowl? And again, it whispered again, take the bowl. And then my mind immediately was into, but I've only used Water Constellation for myself. I never done it for a client. So I had this kind of fear inside of me. And then I heard it again, take the bowl. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the bowl. So the whole drive to the office, I'm like, I'm not sure I'm ready for this. I don't know what I'm doing. What if it doesn't work? But then I just decided to trust, because if there's one thing that I've learned is to trust spirit, trust the voice, trust my intuition. And I did. And I remember I was setting everything and I was kind of shaking inside with nervousness, but excitement at the same time. And we did the family constellation in water for the first time, and it was just magical. And when the client saw her family system, the dynamics in the water, she started crying. She said, Patricia, you have no idea. This is exactly how my family is. And I just had chills all over my body. I was like, wow, there's something special here. I didn't know what it was, but I just remember driving back home, and it was like, I felt like this portal of new possibilities had opened up for me. And I was just kind of, smiling at myself and just so grateful for listening to that voice that told me to take the bow. And I got home and I went onto Facebook, the Facebook group with, I believe, the most people, which is from Constellations International. And I sent a picture of the bow. I put a picture of the bow, and I just told them my story, what had just happened. And everybody was like, wow, this is amazing. Where did you learn this from? And I kept on replying to people, and I said, I learned this. We had one module in my training from Brazil about water, but we didn't really go deep. I really, really just trusted my spirit and intuition to guide me. And then out of a sudden, people are like, where do I learn? How do you teach it? It was in a matter of hours, people asking me if I would teach this modality. And I remember that the next day, and these comments just kept on coming and coming and coming. The next day, I went out for lunch with one of my twins, my second oldest. And I told him what happened. And he's like, Mom, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean, Nicholas? What am I doing? Just start teaching it. And I'm like, are you sure? Mom, you've been a teacher your whole life. I used to be an elementary and middle school teacher back in Brazil for 8-9 years, right? And he's like, don't you know what you're doing? I said, yes, that if there's something that I have is confidence in myself that I know what I'm doing. Just go ahead and put a course together. Like, so simple. It was like so obvious to him, right? And I just had this kind of feeling inside of me of excitement and nervousness and anxiety at the same time. But like, okay, I'm just gonna trust everything that's happening. It's really, up to a much bigger intelligence than me that is guiding me and giving me all the signs. I'm just gonna lean in. Long story short, within 24 hours, I put a training together, and I had people signing up, going on the wait list. And we just finished last week our first October class. It was just amazing. I'm going to play you a video of a client, one of my students' transformations at the end. And going strong with the water, it just opened up so many new opportunities for me. And the work has been evolving itself. Like, the field just gets stronger with the water. It's just been incredible. And I have a wait list with, last time I looked, 47 people for the January class. And I'm going to be a presenter I'm going to be talking about Water Constellation next year in May in Malta, inside the Constellations International Retreat. So everything like just unfolded like that. And I am just so honored and humble to be guided to teach this work and facilitate this work, because you're going to see with the demonstration that we're going to do today, it is magical when we allow ourselves to be guided and to surrender to the intelligence of the water, in that sense that the figures just start moving themselves as internally we make we open up new awareness of what's happening inside of us and in the family system. And it's just a beautiful dance of seeing the field, allowing the field to reveal itself, integrating that what we are seeing inside of ourselves, and watching the field move again. It's just been absolutely incredible, like never before anything that I've done. I have now 11 different certifications into energy healing, reconnective healing, yoga teaching, life coaching, many different healing modalities, Akashic records, family constellations, of course. And it's just been absolutely amazing to witness the intelligence of the water in showing us the truth of our souls. And it's just undeniable that what we see in the water is exactly how our soul is feeling in that moment. And then from that perspective, from that awareness, we are able to, I believe, access deeper layers of our soul, of our inner knowing that were not possible before. Because as you know, with family constellations, you either have the dolls and somebody kind of connecting with the dolls and representing what that doll feels like, what it's seeing, what it's feeling. Or we have family constellations done with people. And what I find it's the most unique about water constellations is that as a facilitator, I am not thinking like, is this in my head or is this really happening? Is this what the field is really telling me? Or is it my own story getting entangled with the client? Is it me or is it the client and the field and their family system? In the water, there's no doubt about that because it's right there, right? We are relying in this beautiful magnetic field, which is, by the way, who we are. We are 97 or 98% water, right? So it's the way I see it, it's a remembrance that the water brings to our soul, to our DNA, to who we are. And then that is translated into the field. Does that make sense? Yes. Somebody has their microphone on. Mute yourself. Thank you. I'm seeing some comments here. Yeah, it is. It is absolutely amazing to be a vessel, to be a channel for this work, and be able to witness amazing and the most unexplicable things doing this work. So we just finished our last live circle for my students this past Saturday. And as I was preparing the field, I have my own ritual. I light a candle, I put some meditation music, I sit here for a while, I prepare the bowl. This is the bowl, I'm going to show you more later. I prepare the bowl, I put my intention there and everything. As I'm preparing everything, my little figures are down there. I am just arranging them and reorganizing them. And then I left the room to get some water and get more stuff. As I come back, there's a baby on the floor. This baby was on the floor, facing down. And I'm like, I don't remember seeing that before, but as I know, everything communicates in the field, right? And I'm like, I'm not going to pick it up. I'm just going to leave it down because I'm sure there's something that is trying to tell me, right? And then I choose a student to come forth that day for the demo. And I ask her, I don't know if this means anything to you, but there's a baby on the floor. She's like, what do you mean? And then I told her what happened. And then I asked her, did you have a miscarriage? Your mom had a miscarriage or a stillborn baby girl? She said, no, not that I know of. And then we start talking, and she's like, oh, I know what the baby means. It means that when my mom was pregnant with me, when she went to the hospital to give birth to me, my father dropped her off at a bus station and went to her mistress's house. So I believe that baby is me as a baby feeling abandoned, feeling left out. And it was so beautiful because we started the work with that baby. And it just made total sense. And everybody was like, are you sure you didn't drop that baby? I said, it might be possible, but I don't remember. I remember, leaving the room and coming back, the baby being on the floor. It doesn't really matter, but it's the beautiful way for the field to communicate with us, right? And it was just amazing session because she could feel it in the body, like the release and the openness. And she said, wow, I can move again. I feel like, my throat just opened up from the field and from the work that we did. So it's just amazing how everything is communicating inside the session, right? There was another time I was doing a session for a client, and I picked up 3 crystals. I was preparing the field, like as always, and I just picked up 3 crystals and put inside the bowl. I said, I don't know what this means, but I'm just following it, right? And then I showed her the field, and she's like, why did you put the crystals there? I said, I don't know. I just felt guided to do it. And she said, oh, I think they represent my 3 children. It was so beautiful. I said, oh, okay. I didn't even know you had 3 children. So I guess that's our answer. And then the most amazing thing happened during that session because she felt, her children are out of the house now. They're grown. And she felt from family history, from patterns that happen in her family, right? She felt the need to overprotect her children. And when we worked through that, we found out where that was coming from. And then I placed her figure, and there was another figure. I don't remember, maybe her husband, I don't remember. And then her figure was turning backwards to the crystals. She was looking forward, and she's like, I think I now feel that I am ready to not having to protect my children because they're grown up. They can take care of themselves. And I said, okay, are you ready for me to remove the crystals to kind of close that awareness? Say, yeah, please remove the crystals. Probably you're not going to believe this, but I removed each crystal one by one. The water did not move. It was amazing. Like I picked it up from the bottom, right? And you might expect, oh, there was some ripples, the figures moved. Nothing moved because that awareness was integrated so deeply in her soul that she was like, I am firm in my path now. I am trusting that my children have everything they need to go on with their lives, and I can take care of myself now. I have that right. And that is something that she decided in that moment, and the field revealed that. It was unbelievable. And everybody was like, what just happened? I said, don't ask me. But it was amazing to see that I removed from the bottom each crystal one at a time, and the figures, the water stayed still. It was unbelievable. So I could be here telling you stories for the next 3 hours, but I do want to respect and honor your times. So before I choose one of you to do like a mini session, a mini constellation with today, do you have any questions about anything? Please put that in the chat, or if you want to open your microphone and be brief, so we keep on respecting everybody's time, feel free to do that, please.
May I ask, Patricia? May I ask?
Yes.
I want to ask one thing. I have done many FCs to get my issue resolved, but it's coming back, coming back. What should I do?
So let me see if I understood. Yeah, please put your hand up. There's a, you can on the, I believe it's on the chat. I'm not sure where you click and then you put your hand up so I can see if you have questions. Yes. Manju,
Yes.
so you're saying that the same issue keeps on coming back every time you do a constellation? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yes. Then, my dear, there needs...
After some time, it get triggers again. It get triggered again.
Yes. So I was watching, I did more extensive and deeper training only on Water Constellation. I did 46 more hours of training to, be able to teach with the most integrity and depth, right? And one thing that my teacher said is that the issues that we have in our lives are going to keep on showing up in the Water Constellation, even if you've done 30 of them. It is the same issue because you need to look at that issue with a different perspective. Maybe you didn't change your internal perspective and awareness about that issue. Maybe you need to work on something that you still haven't worked to be able to unlock the next level of healing for that issue. Because let's say every time you do a constellation, and I don't know if that's your case, we're not going to get into that. I'm going to give you like a case study from a client, right? It shows that he is still in between his parents, shows that his inner child is still stuck in between his parents. He's looking at his dad as the bad guy, he's looking at the mom as the good guy, and he's in the middle trying to be the savior. And nowadays he has problems, he still has issues and problems with finding a relationship. So he was so amazing because he sent me a printed picture, a screenshot. He said, Patricia, this is my first constellation. Look how the figures are. And this is the constellation that I did with you. It is very similar. And then I explained to him that your issue is going to be the same for the rest of your life. But as you heal, as you have a new perspective, as you change your attitude, as you start looking at things differently, the layers of healing become deeper and deeper and deeper. And then, like this time that he did a constellation with me, he had one more awareness. He had a new awareness about that situation, about their relationship. And then he's ready. And with that new awareness, he can decide to do something about it, to work on himself, to make peace with that. So that's why things keep on showing up for you. And maybe it's for you to bring a different awareness about that situation, to ask yourself, what do I still need to learn from this? What is the thing inside myself that I have to change to be more at peace with what I am seeing? Since it's like the same dynamic. Does that make sense? Good. I see that there are some questions in the chat. Yes, Anjana. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name not correctly. Yes, the Water Constellation training is online. I can give you more, brief details, but on my website, patriciau.com, I'm going to put it on the chat. There's a lot more details and information and an extensive explanation about everything. But long story short, the Water Constellation training runs for 8 weeks. We have the next one starts January 16th. We have 5 live demonstrations, and there are lessons and resources inside a platform. I can show you the platform as well. So that's basically, that's a very general idea, about how the training works. But that's how it is. We get together for during 8 weeks. We have 5 demonstrations. You have access to the portal, to the trainings, to the replays for 1 year, to my support as well. And because I have students all over the world, I offer 2 different times for the live trainings. So at the end of the training, you have more than 20 hours of live demonstrations to go and watch again and reflect on, and also get the benefit from. Okay? Let me know if you have any other quick questions that I can answer here. Let me just, I can show you the platform where I hold the training. Here. Let me know when you see what I am. Not here. Sorry about that. Here. Can you see my screen? Just let me know in the chat, please. Or can you see? Thank you. So this is my profile of the presentation I'm gonna give at the Constellators International Retreat in Malta next year. I'm gonna be talking about water constellations. And this is the training portal. It's a platform called School. So here you have the training, the chat, and what I love about this platform is that everything is inside here. The lessons, the replays, the discussions, the questions and answers, all the resources. Here's the classroom, and you have 5 modules with different lessons, each one. And there's also what my students love as well, is that there are like recommendations of documentaries and other stuff that I keep on bringing, sharing with them as well. Okay, so this is like a very short overview of the training. You're gonna find more information on my website with dates and everything. And with the training, you get this kit sent to you. It's part of the tuition for the training, with 30 little, representatives for you to practice. And the registration for the January training opens on December 1st and closes on December 8th. because as soon as you do your deposit, I ship the kit to you and open some of the lessons in the portal for you to start experimenting already. And with Christmas, depending where the kit ships to, it can take up to 3 weeks. So because Christmas is coming, I just wanted to give you extra time. So when we start on January 16, you have your kit in your hands already. Okay?
Just a continuation question, a small
Yeah.
one, Manjana here. So, when you say support, the real, the challenge comes when we actually start practicing it. Then you get stuck, and that is the time when really needs support. So, is that kind of a support available from you on this training?
Yes, yes. So that's why I leave the platform open for 1 year, because I understand what you're saying. And I know that you're going to have questions. You're going to want to know what that means. Going to need more guidance. So that's why, even though the live training, we are live, we are discussing, you are studying for 8 weeks, I leave the platform, everything inside, and you have access to me through the platform for 1 year, exactly for that reason. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enza, hi, dear. I can see you here. Thank you for coming. What differs from the regular constellation you've done in the past versus the water? So, Enza, that's a great question. What the water shows is it shows a deeper layer of connection and awareness to your family system. Because as you're going to see in the demo in a few minutes, it's inevitable to see where the figures are facing, where they are going. So it's a lot deeper, because you also have that same awareness and integration happening in your body as well. Let me give you an example. I was doing a session for a client, and I don't remember right now what was the awareness that she had. Something happened to her when she was a child and she couldn't remember. And then out of a sudden, the field showed that, and she started shaking. She started shaking like this. She couldn't stop. And I just kept on holding space for her, reminding her how to, to breathe. I told her to start tapping and tell herself she was safe. Everything was safe. She was fine. She was shaking, I would say, for like at least 2 minutes. And I was holding space for her, everybody, just making sure she was okay. And then her body stopped. And she said, I just felt like this electrical discharge through me that I've never felt before, when the water showed me the memory that my body was holding. It was amazing. So it's just deeper. This work is just deeper, is just more tangible when you experience, when something that you're feeling, you see it in the field. For example, sometimes I have clients that they are very mental, they stay in their mind, so they look at the field, they try to understand what it means, and they can't really reach the emotion, right? So I usually tell them, close your eyes, and I guide them through seeing what is being shown in the field, but in the eyes of their mind, right? And when they open their eyes, the field had completely changed. This happens all the time. It's like, and they're like, what just happened? I said, you were able to access a deeper level of awareness of this situation, and now the field is showing you what you couldn't see before, right? Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Who is your family constellation teacher? When and where did you learn family constellation? My family constellation teacher, there were two teachers actually from Brazil. family constellation is very popular in Brazil. It's been used in courts of law and medicine as well. So my two teachers, I don't remember their last names, but it's on my certificate. When you go to my website, on my about page, I have all my certificates there. So it was Lorena and Erica de Souza. Those were my two family constellation teachers. And the latest water constellation training that I did was with Sylvia Kalian. She's this amazing, she's a water constellation teacher and a vet. So she does horse constellations as well. It must be amazing. Unfortunately, I live too far away to experience that, but she's just an amazing teacher, and I learned so much from her. Manju, I would love to be the client today. Manju, the way that I choose the representative when we are in a group setting, it's very intuitive to be for the best experience for the whole group. Okay, so that's the way I choose the representative, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. Okay, Dr. Jenny, water, emotions, ancestors, Chinese 5 elements, medicine. I believe, Dr. Jenny, I am not familiar with Chinese medicine, but I believe so. Dr. Vida Austin, she is known right now as the new Masaru Emoto because she's kind of evolving his water technique, right? She has a theory, and I completely believe that the water constellation reflects our soul and is also a reflective of our Akashic records as well. So that's why the connection to the water is so profound. It's Dr. Masaru Emoto. He was the first one who started studying the memory of water. So you can find him online. He would get like Petri dishes, the ones that you put samples to put under a microscope, and let's say write the word love. And then
I know that you mentioned a name that is the new Emoto.
Oh, the new Emoto. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm
sorry.
sorry. No,
Yes.
sorry. Dr. Vida Austin. I'm going to put that in the chat. Yes, sorry about that. But anyway, he studied the emotion consequences in water, like the vibration of each emotion in water. Amit Monga, is the training focused only on water as a medium for constellations, or also teaches the constellation as a modality? I'm not sure I understand your question. I'm sorry. Can you clarify that? Can you open your mic and clarify that?
Yeah, I just wanted to understand, is the training only focused on how to conduct a constellation using water, or how to, in general, conduct a constellation?
Yes.
Because I'm already conducting constellations as a therapist.
Yes.
But
yes.
is it only focused on water particularly?
Yes. Thank you for your question. The water constellation training, it's only for facilitators of family constellation. So it's an additional training. That's why it's only 8 weeks, because we don't go into the basics, we don't go into the deep principles. And so it's an additional training for facilitators already. Thank you so much. My dear, sorry, I did not forget about you. Hi, nice to see you.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have a question?
Oh, actually, I heard you ask about like the demo, so I would love to volunteer as like the client for the demo.
Yes, like I said before, I choose very intuitively for the person that it's gonna best benefit the field today, the collective. Okay, but thank you for offering. Thank you so much. Any other questions before we start? I believe we have everything. I believe I answered all of your questions from the chat. Are we good? Thank you. Okay, I have one more question. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, Erica Cristiane Pimentel de Souza. You see how it's a lot of surnames. I couldn't remember. Sylvia Calian, Eric Pearl, and then there's Lorena. Lorena was the co-teacher with Erica. I can't remember her last name, but anyway, thank you. Okay, Lorena Moura de Andrade. See, in Brazil we have a lot of surnames, so it's not very easy to remember them. Thank you so much, Jenny. Yes, thank you. Amanda, would you like to step forth today?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just move to a quieter place. My daughter's playing.
Yes. Is that okay? Can you have like
I
a
can.
daughter
Yeah.
now? Okay. I am going to please ask everybody to close their cameras so I can only focus on Amanda. Thank you so much. I'll bring everybody back after we finish, okay? And I'm gonna set up my phone here because the camera is a lot better for you to see the field. So give me a second here. Where are you connecting from?
I live in France. I'm Canadian.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Happy that you're here as well. Let me just get things settled. Why don't we pause and come back in about 2 minutes, get some water, make sure you go to the bathroom, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. So what I always like to do is just get centered in the present moment and ask permission to enter the field. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands to your heart center. Asking permission to enter this sacred field. Allowing the water to guide this work today so that Amanda can have clarity and new awareness of what she came here for. Honoring this infinite intelligence, knowing that we are only the vessels for this work and that we are always guided to see what we are ready for and will benefit everyone. May we be supported by our spiritual guides, Amanda's ancestors, and this deep, loving intelligence that knows what we need. The field is now open. Open your eyes when you're ready. Actually, I want to see you first. So what would you like to have? I don't know, the word clarity keeps on coming to my mind.
Um, um, well, I was experiencing a lot of heaviness today. So it did feel like there was a link to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and also my creative energy. And if you talk about clarity, then I definitely am always feeling like I'm looking for clarity on how to best use my creative energy in a way that's most useful for others, but also clear in terms of being able to be useful for my family in terms of bringing in resources as well. So yeah, I still feel scattered in terms of how I'm using my creative energy.
Where is that feeling of heaviness in the body?
In my torso.
What does it feel like?
It feels really like big and slow.
Mm-hmm. Does it have a color?
Yeah, it's black.
Mm-hmm. What does it look like?
It feels like it has like chains connected to it, like pulling it back from being able to go forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels very constricting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When you said that the heaviness made you think about your mom, why do you think that is?
Because I see connections with how she doesn't create anything. um, yeah. And so there's some fear there for me in terms of not wanting to be like that either.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean she doesn't create anything? Like she has talent, but she doesn't use it?
If she has talent, I wouldn't even know because she doesn't really do anything. Yeah.
How do you see your mom?
I see her as somebody who's experienced a lot of hard things in life um, and who, I've done a lot of work around to accept as she is. And so I can also see, like, she's helped me also appreciate simplicity. But I do see a lot of untapped potential due to a lack of confidence. And so, yeah, in a way, I find it's a bit of a shame.
Did she ever say something like, oh, it's because I have a family, or because I had kids, I couldn't do this, because I got married, I couldn't do that? No?
No, never any of that. Really just more like she doesn't have talent, like she can't do things. Like I know she's interested in art and things like that. I think she's actually quite good at drawing, for example. She wants to do all these creative things. But yeah, she doesn't really create space for it. She's like on watching TV all the time or, kind of numbing out.
Was your grandmother like that? Her mom?
Mm, I don't remember her being like that. I remember her being very present for the family, but also not necessarily tapping into like any creative potential, but not in the like lack of confidence and low self-esteem way like my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What do you know about her pregnancy with you?
Mm, I know that it came quite fast after a divorce, and that like the birth itself was kind of hard. Like she was in the hospital for many days before. Mm. And she had experienced abuse with her former husband, and so she had like gained a lot of weight.
So she got divorced and then from your biological father, or no?
No,
No.
no.
Tell me about that.
About the divorce
Your biological father.
of my biological father. So they got together. It was my aunt who introduced them, and my mom was in terms of like the rest of the family kind of getting older and like should be having a baby kind of thing. And so I know that she really wanted to have a baby. And so anyway, so yeah, it happened fast. They never got married, but they're still together today. Um,
So here.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. When you talk about creative energy, even if you like close your eyes and imagine yourself using your talents, your creativity, what does that look like?
For me, it's about expressing from this intuitive, like spark place of just expanding love and beauty in whatever way that feels really inspired. So for me, it's like making videos, but it can also be um, like painting or drawing or playing music or singing. Yeah, really from this place of just authentic expression.
I
It
wrote,
feels really expansive.
I wrote down freedom here.
Yeah. Yeah, free, definitely.
And what is the story you're telling yourself, Amanda? What of the reason why you can't do all of that?
I can, but actually, if I want to say why I can't, it's that I need to make money. I need to focus on making money, and I can't find a way to make money and blend those things together. It hasn't worked for me.
Okay. So if money was not an issue, you would totally be doing all that your soul.
I have been. I've let myself like not worry about money and do what I want to do anyway, but I still feel this crunch and this pressure about money. Um, and yeah, so it does kind of like direct my energy in a way, because that pressure is there.
How was the subject money in your house when you were growing up?
It was fine. We were really quite comfortable. My dad made a really good living, and so did my mom. Um, so that was okay, but they weren't like working passion jobs or anything, you know. Yeah.
Okay, we're getting to the deep waters. Okay. So who was complaining about not loving what they did?
Mm, I don't really remember them complaining about it openly, but it's again the behaviors of just like them overeating, being overweight, watching TV all the time, being really disconnected, you know,
Okay.
like to me, I've always just seen them as clearly not fulfilled and happy in their lives, you know, so yeah.
I was going to ask something, but it just slipped my mind. No, probably not important. Oh, yes. Any miscarriages or stillbirths with your mom or you?
No,
Okay.
not that I'm aware of. I did ask my mom if she knew of anything. She said no, so.
Mhm.
Mm.
Any stories in your family that you know of people who allow themselves to be creative and expressive and do art and music, whatever, and didn't make money, starved, or were judged by the rest of the family, cast away, something like that?
Mm. Nothing that I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay open to that coming in, but
Okay.
mm.
You have a feeling, don't you?
Well, it would make sense. But I don't remember anybody saying anything about that, but but it doesn't mean that it's not there.
I believe we are ready to start.
Mm.
So, um, so this is your field. Put your name here.
Mm.
And consider this as the field of your life. Okay? Just take your time to connect with it. And like I said, the most important thing, Amanda, is just to be really present to anything that you're feeling, any memories that you might have, any sensations in the body. Everything communicates. Okay? But at
Okay.
the same time, take your time to process everything. Okay?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna just give you some choices here of figures to represent what you might be feeling. Okay. So which one calls your attention to be your representative?
Mm. The little one.
The first, it's always so when I ask you to choose, it's always the first one. There's no right or wrong. It's what your attention calls. Okay?
Okay.
And just observe. Somebody asked me if I could pin the bowl to get bigger, but I can't, because if I do that, then I cannot see Amanda, and I need to see everything that she's expressing. How do you feel, Amanda? What do you see?
I felt like I saw her in like a whirlwind, and then she left it peacefully and then like ran away.
Mm. How old are you?
I got like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm. What is your memory of when you were 6 or 7?
I'm getting memories of my neighbor that used to live like on top of our house. Like we moved to a new house and we had a tenant upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
a little apartment upstairs. And he was kind of creepy.
Was he older?
Yeah. Yeah, he lived there for a couple of years and then he died. And then my parents, yeah, my parents got rid of the apartment and just like made our house bigger. And my parents always managed to like at least express themselves creatively through the house, through like renovation projects, through decorating.
And when they stopped renting the house, is that when they kind of started being more creative with the house?
Yeah.
Did something happen with this neighbor?
I remember there being a story about like him trying to like kiss us, like me and my sister, my cousin, and I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember my mom telling us to not go close to him anymore.
Mm-hmm. A deep breath in, close your eyes, and tell me where you feel that in the body.
I feel it in my arms.
Both arms.
Feel it. Yeah, I feel like a restriction in the arms, like a holding, like a holding down.
Mm-hmm. What is coming to me, Amanda, is that it's not safe to be myself. Just let that sink in. Keep on breathing. How did that make you feel when I said that?
It brought actually some, like a certain stability, actually.
Is there anyone you want to bring into the field?
At first I thought my dad, and now I'm wondering about this neighbor.
Ask your body, close your eyes and ask your body, who do I want in the field now?
I want my dad because I would want him to protect me.
Some options here.
The green one.
You're feeling.
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good to have him there.
What do you believe you're both looking at?
I really see this swirl, this spiral in the middle. It's just something like chaotic. Something that we don't want to see.
What do you believe that means?
I believe that means that there are dark things that happen that aren't acknowledged or spoken of. And so they're there. They're just there, swirling around.
Things that happen where?
in that house that I grew up in.
Can I bring a house?
Okay.
And it's okay if you're not ready for that just yet. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Safe, Amanda. Just allow the emotions to come up. The memories, what the body remembers. Just stay present to that. You're safe. Are you feeling?
I feel like a little bit more at peace than when the house first came in, since the house went to my dad. It's just a reminder that it's his story with this house. Like there's so much for him with that house. It brought a lot of a lot of chaos into our lives. But it's his story. I just was there.
At the house and at your dad and say it if it feels true for you. Okay.
Mm.
That is not mine to carry anymore.
That's not mine to carry anymore.
And that just sink in. Who did you feel safer with when you were a child? Your mom or your dad?
Neither really, but my mom, I guess.
Or your imaginary fan?
Mm. Yeah.
Or you didn't?
And it feels more like, I was with my aunt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Would you like to bring her in?
Okay.
It's funny how you talked about your aunt making you feel safer and you turn to the house. Did you see that?
Mm.
How do you feel?
I feel like, I don't know, I'm a bit surprised to see her going towards that house because it feels like she doesn't want to, I don't want to be in that house actually. And I didn't, like I spent as much time as I could away from it at friends, at cousins. But I feel like she's going closer to the house.
How did you feel in that house?
Mm. I didn't feel at home in that house.
Why is that?
Because of things that happened, but also like, again, I'm thinking about this neighbor again and how like,
Let's bring him in. Yes, he keeps
yeah,
on. Mhm.
like with our friends and stuff, we would joke about there being like a ghost in the house and stuff.
So it was very scary for you.
Mm.
Mhm. Okay. I'm going to, just for now, remove your dad in the house
Mm.
because it's just better for us to understand what's going on with fewer elements. We can
Mhm.
always bring them back if you want to feel safer. Okay, just so you know,
Mhm.
since he's coming back so much, I want to bring him in. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So just for now. Before that, I'm gonna allow your figure to settle. She's still 6 or 7.
Yeah, or maybe older. Maybe 13, 14.
So choose a new representative for yourself.
The green one.
Mhm. She feels a little stronger, right?
Yeah.
What do you feel?
Yeah, strong, rooted. It feels like she's going closer like to the name, like it feels a bit more like, yeah, I'm rooted in myself.
Let me know when you're ready to bring in the neighbor. And if you're not, it's okay as well. Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Mm. The small black one.
How do you feel?
I feel like I felt like he wanted to tell me something. And at the same time, he's feels distant and small. And like he can't look at me, and that I'm just remembering how he used to make comments about my looks and that he found me like beautiful and stuff like that.
Just for reference, he's looking this, no, he's looking this way,
Oh.
and you are looking that way. So
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got because I saw him looking the
yeah,
other way.
you're not really connected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you see the how rooted this is in you, Amanda? Like kind of having to hide yourself and probably heard comments from grown-ups, maybe don't go there as often, or maybe don't wear this, don't behave this way, don't, the things that we hear as girls, like everything saying don't be yourself or something bad's going to happen to you.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
let it sink in.
Mhm.
Mm. How do you feel?
I was feeling good. I was like, okay, yeah, it's true. Those are other people's stories. I'm just gonna go my own way. And I saw me like turning away. I was like, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm not gonna let those negative things get me down. And then then I float over to it and now we're stuck together. It's like these things still cling on to me, even if I'm not looking at them and trying to go on with my life. It's back to like that beginning feeling of the black like chains like pulling me back, you know?
Remember when I was explaining earlier that our issue is the only issue for any like the core healing that we have to do? It's usually one situation or one trauma that we keep on unfolding and getting to deeper layers and
Mm.
deeper awareness.
Mm.
Take a deep breath in. So just for reference, you are looking at your life and he's looking to outside of the bowl.
Mm.
How do you feel standing next to him right now as a bigger, not that little girl anymore?
I feel just like confident and just annoyed.
Annoyed that he's still there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell him you have no power over me anymore.
You have no power over me anymore.
Would you like to bring someone or something, meaning like I know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring a blind element. You're not gonna know what it is, but I am, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel?
Supported. It feels like I have more courage to look at this black thing with that support. And also I see that the black thing went away or is not touching me anymore at least.
Say that again. You have no power over me anymore.
You have no power over me anymore. You have no power over me anymore.
It's safe for me to express myself.
It's safe for me to express myself.
You feel?
There's like a fear of it coming back. And I don't like how close it is, but it's not touching me. So that's one thing.
And it's not looking at you, it's looking to the outside.
Mm.
So take a deep breath in and imagine that figure like a block of creativity, lack of freedom, lack of expression, lack of confidence. And ask your body, does this belong to me?
Belong to me. No.
Mm-hmm. And ask again, who does it belong to?
It belongs to my mom.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You can open your eyes. Just so you know, that white figure represents confidence.
Mm.
And it came straight to you, and you felt stronger, you felt supported.
Mm.
Look at that black figure and say, from now on, I only carry with me what's mine.
From now on, I only carry with me what's mine.
Remember when I was explaining earlier, I'm not sure you were here, but that the water tells us exactly what our soul is feeling.
Mm.
And I know that part of you is like, can we just take that black thing out of the field? Or can we just push it further? But it wouldn't serve you, because that is how your soul feels. You know, there's part of your soul that feels kind of trapped into that space of it's not safe for me to express myself. There's a little bit of loyalty with the mom as well, like an underlying.
Mm.
That's something that I call an invisible chain. That is loyalty, unconscious loyalty to your mom that, you know, says something like, if you couldn't or didn't know how to express yourself creatively, I'm not going to do the same, just to honor your pain, just to honor your lack of freedom.
Mm.
And on the other hand, there is the confidence and the support that you have.
Mm.
So it's really a gift to be able to see this maybe for the first time, right? And
Mm.
having that awareness, having that perspective of, maybe I need to work on accepting my mom's decision for not using her creativity as much or at all, and allow myself to make a different choice for my life and be okay with that.
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, all we want is to be accepted by our parents, and sometimes we take on their pain or we take on their destiny to make us believe that this way we are loved by them, right? We are the same as them. We belong to them.
Mm.
So I believe that this gives you clarity on what you need to work on from now on, which is just to bring that awareness of the acceptance and really tone in the support and the confidence which is there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes total sense. You have no idea. Like all of my creative projects are all about unlocking the voice, expression, and that's what I encourage people to do in my work. So yeah. But
Yeah.
definitely like the loyalty with my mom piece is the new piece for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the work, you know, we always do the work that, I mean, we always want to help others with something that we need help ourselves. And by doing that, we take a step further. We have a new awareness and we work on ourselves, and then we're able to take other people to that step that we just achieved, right? And that is the work.
Mm. Yeah, I agree.
You feel complete for today, my dear?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Good. Good. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath in. With gratitude for the field and what was possible to be revealed to Amanda today. We complete the work and we close the field for today. And so it is. Take a deep breath. Turn my camera back to myself. And I'm actually going to take a picture of the field and send me an email, please, so I can email this picture to you. Okay, just say, hey, I'm Amanda.
Okay.
Send me my picture. Thank you so much. Everybody, you can bring your cameras back on if you'd like, and I'm gonna answer your questions. How was your experience with this? Tell me on the comments, please. Yes, for those of you who are asking about the recording, yes, you're gonna have the recording probably tomorrow. And I have the chance to upload that. Let me know in the comments, how was your experience with this? If you have any questions. Yes, felt the power of the water. I know, it's amazing, right? It's something that is just out of this world, isn't it? Wonderful. Do you have any other questions about the session today, about anything? Rosanna said, I loved a lot, felt touched and really resonated. Yes, it's something, it's amazing, Rosanna, that it resonates, you know, even though you're not the person who are stepping forward, there's always something in the stories, right, that resonates with us. That's why you're here. That's why your soul said yes to this demo in this now time, or your now time. If you're watching the replay, there's no coincidences. If you're here and able to witness this, it's because your soul, there's something that resonates, right? And that's why this work is so beautiful, because you can always benefit from that. Was something in your story as well, Amanda, that resonated deeply with me, of being scared of a man when I was about 8 or 9, you know. So thank you, Amanda, for your vulnerability and stepping forth to be able to bless us with the healing that we all received in one way or another. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thanks for all who were also witnessing and holding this space.
Thank you. Alina said, carried me to a deep piece of work that unfolded for me. Even had a beautiful process. Thank you so much. Thank you. In an actual session, would you work further to resolve the situation? So that is the beauty of the Water Constellation. There's no resolving anything. I recorded a lesson for the training that it's a beautiful metaphor that says that during a water constellation, there are some of them that we show the knot. Too bad I don't have anything to tie here to be very graphic, but you show the knot. Others, you show the knot and the knot opens. Other sessions, you show the knot opens, and you're able to make a bow. And that is the beauty of the Water Constellation, is that as I sit here as a facilitator, I am only the vessel. I don't have any power to what happens. I observe, I guide the client, and the water is going to show whatever the client is ready for. And that is enough. There's a level of surrendering to this work that I don't find in any other work, because we have the deep understanding that our job as facilitators is only that. It's to show, it's to guide the client to whatever the field is showing. And there's another analogy as well that I love so much, that is a water constellation session. It's like walking into a dark room that it's messy, meaning our inner world, right? And when you do a water constellation, it's like you turn on the light for that room, for the client to see the mess. And then it's up to the client to decide if they're going to start organizing the mess, or if they're going to see the mess and say, I see the mess, but I don't want to do anything about it, and walk away and turn the light back off and close the door, right? So like today, whatever Amanda chooses to do with the information that now she has, the new awareness, the new perspective she has, it's up to her. I did my part as to facilitate. The water played its part in allowing her to see what she needed to see for today. And that's it. That's it. There's no fixing. There's no solution. There's no ideal way for the session to end. That's it. I just felt, and she showed me by her words, her body language, that this was enough for today. So that's the beauty for this work. You're welcome, Maureen. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, thank you. Rosanna saying, got so many important insights for myself too. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. You're welcome. Alina says, it's just nodding and observe the field unfolding to clearer vision and less loyalties. Yes, and sometimes it's not even about unnodding. Sometimes the client is not ready to do anything else but to have more clarity on their family dynamic, and that's it, you know. And there was actually 2 other cases where I did a session, the client was just so much in her head, and that every time I would bring a new perspective, and I was like, oh, maybe if you look at this from this perspective, and she was like, no, I already did that, no. And then I finished the session, but I didn't feel like we got to anywhere. And then I said, I don't believe this is the right therapy tool for you. I believe that you probably benefit more right now from a traditional psychology session. And I gave her money back, you know, because as much as the water is so intelligent and I do the best that I can, if the client is not allowing themselves to feel and it's not in sync and it's not open, then there's nothing we can do. There's nothing you can do. And it's just the surrendering to whatever that client is ready to see for that session in that day, right? Wonderful. Any other questions? Any other comments? Thank you so much for staying 18 minutes longer than what we have planned. But it's been my honor. Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding space for Amanda. And I'm here if you have any questions. You have my website. In a few days, you're going to get an email inviting you to join the training in January. And other than that, connect with me through social media. I'm more active on Facebook than Instagram, but it's been my deepest honor and joy to share this beautiful work with you. And send you all so much love from all wonderful corners of the world. Thank you so much. Have a great morning, evening, or night, whatever your time is right now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Zenaida, would you like to say something?
Yes, please, because
Yes.
I checked your website, and because I'm very interested in this training. I looked before, but you already started, and I see now is a waiting list.
Yes.
So
the waiting list is for the training in January. I'm going to open registration on October the 1st, and I'm offering 20 spots for the January.
December.
Huh?
December, Patricia. December.
Sorry. Yes. December. Thank you.
You go backwards.
Yes. What did I say?
You said October.
Oh my God. Yeah, December. Okay. October the 1st, I'm going to open registration.
December.
October? I said it. October again? Jesus
again,
Christ.
Yeah. So look at that October the 1st, see what happened there.
I will.
What wants to show you.
I believe it's the day that I open registration for the first class. Okay, that's why. Okay.
Big success.
Yes, thank you. So December the 1st, I'm going to open registration for the January class. So you pay the deposit and then I send your kits. I open the community for you with a few lessons only for you to start practicing and learning. And it's 20 spots because I really like to keep the space intimate and make sure that I can support everybody. And I would look forward to having you as my student. It will be my honor. And, to offer this training for you to keep on spreading the beautiful seeds with your work and your medicine. I call it medicine.
Right? It is a medicine, yeah. And working online, it's an amazing tool. It's fabulous. It's just unreal. It's family constellation concept and work is beautiful, but this is so good to work online.
Yes, it's a blessing because you can just reach so many people, when people in their own time. Let me see if there's anybody. Oh, I said
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. And thank you for correcting me. Let me just play a short video of one of my students and what happened to her during the training. I forgot to play that for everybody else, but they get the recording. So let me know when you can see my screen. Just give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Jenny. Sorry, not this one. Okay, I believe it's here. Yes.
Hello. My experience of water constellations has been, I have to say, nothing short of profound. Since I signed up for this training, many things have started shifting. It feels like all at once, actually. And it's a lot of things that have been stuck for a very, very long time in my life. And when you do a water constellation, what's noticeable straight away is that it seems slow. It seems like not much is happening. And yet, it's happened to me a few times when I'm doing one that I look away for what feels like 10 seconds and I look back and I'm like, oh, when the hell did that move? It's been sitting like that for 25 minutes. And then I looked away and it's moved. And there's a lot in that. Maybe, the watch kettle or the watch pot, or maybe it needs us to take its eye off it so it can actually move. I don't know. We could unpack that all day. But I think what's really struck me about this training is the subtleness of working with the water. And yet, like water, it's extremely powerful. As I said at the beginning, a lot of things have shifted for me in a very short space of time, actually. And they've been issues that have been in my life, or some of them for my entire life. And I've never been able to get under them. I've never been able to shift them or understand them or come to accept them. And even just today, the reason I'm doing this today is because I've had a significantly huge realization for me about me today. And it's a game changer. It's a life changer. And I'm not ascribing it specifically to water constellations because I haven't done one around this issue. However, when I look back and look at the bigger picture of what's been happening in my life for the last 2 to 3 months, and when I feel into it, it feels like undercurrents of my being have shifted. They're shifting. It feels like the working with the water constellations has given me another way of working with the field. I am a constellation practitioner, and working with the water constellations has changed the way that I even look at working with the field. It has actually connected me so much more to the depth of who I am. And this is one of the things that shifted for me today, was something around how I see myself fundamentally. And I've never realized it before. And it feels like the water constellations has offered me that opportunity to shift something really, really deep. And in a way that's been surprising and unexpected. And I don't know what I expected from the training. I just remember when I first saw Patricia talking about the figures, and I think I was one of the first people to ask her if she'd do a training, because I saw her initial post months ago and I just thought, oh my gosh, I need to know what it's about. And it's been eye-opening. It's amazing. It's very exciting. And it's also taught me about patience, I think. Maybe not patience as much as timing, that there's a flow and a rhythm and an ebb to life. And I never really appreciated that before. I never liked that. So this work has helped me And I do other stuff as well. So I see everything as feeding everything. However, I do recognise that the water constellation, since it's been in my world, it feels in my body like it's woken something up at the same time as helping something to dissolve. It's had so many different effects. It's actually hard to describe it. Would I recommend it? Yes, I'd recommend it actually particularly if you feel stuck. I feel like I've been stuck in the same pattern for, well, my whole life, but particularly feels like it recently for quite a few years. I've worked on the same issue over and over and over again, and I just never got to the bottom of it. And now I'm getting to the bottom of it. I feel like I hesitate to say this because, we don't want to challenge the universe on this sort of statement, but I feel like I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to see where I've been holding myself back. And the water has helped the flow in me. It's helped activate that flow again. And as I say that, it makes me very emotional because there's a truth in that I can't explain it. So, yeah, if you're even a little bit curious, I'd really recommend it. Patricia is an absolutely delightful teacher. She's put some amazing resources together. The school platform is really easy to navigate. And, yeah, the figurines are very cute. And I think working with the water, it's been surprisingly profound. When you think about water and the nature of water and the fact that we are, 80% water, it's not really so surprising. Yeah. So if you've been thinking, not sure, hope that helps you. And if you do, go ahead. Have an amazing journey.
Yeah. So that was Marie, one of my students from New Zealand. And there you have it. I think there's more in the comments. That's it. Good. Any other questions? Zenaida asked me, can I book before 1st of December? What do you mean by book? By join the training?
Yes.
No, sorry about that. There's an energetic reason why I'm opening the registrations on December.
Okay, I understand now. Okay.
But thank you.
Yes.
Just watch for an email. You're gonna have an email. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you go to my website and if you join the waiting list, which is different than this training. This training was a live demo.
I did.
Okay, good. So I'll send an email in the morning of the December the 1st. Okay.
Brilliant. Thanks so much. Thanks.
Much love to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying 30 minutes later. And looking forward to connecting with you later on. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.